All right, so this is a lesson plan that I made last year. We had always made a couple lesson plans per unit that we could keep for our future self in the classroom. This one is on badminton, specifically teaching the serving techniques, working on overhand, horizontal, or underhand. This was designed for a 15-minute or 20-minute length lesson for the 12 kids we had in the class, and this is designed for a middle school or high school level. Here are the standards. We have standard 1, standard 2, standard 4 in South Carolina, and then the shape standards as well, you can see on the left. Some safety considerations. Clearly it wasn't filled out when I did this prior, but some safety considerations are, waiving those badminton, the badminton equipment all over the place, being careful we don't hit anybody in the face, chest, neck area. There should be no reason for that. Some behavioral issues, whether that is kids with IEPs, 504s, making sure that they are meeting the standard, or I'm meeting the standard of their individual plans to be successful. And if there are issues behaviorally, it will be addressed with me. And if we do have to take it to the next level, they will talk to the dean or the principal. So the psychomotor domain, students will be able to perform a badminton serve over the net and the playing surface. Affective, the student will be able to positively provide encouragement to their classmates. And then cognitive would be the student would be able to identify which serving style is right for them and most accurate while playing the game. These are all assessments. This would be 3 out of 4 serves if they perform 3 out of 4 serves correctly, and in play, they would pass that assessment. The other 2 assessment tool, informal assessments, they would be watched and observed by me, making sure they are able to do these 2 things here. Some vocab, volley, backhand grip, the high shot, the low shot, different vocab words that these kids are going to use on a daily basis in a game of badminton, whether it is rotating, being in the correct spot, left front, right front, back middle, different things like that is academic language in the PE class that is important for them to succeed and understand. So prior knowledge and skills, whether that is volleyball or cornhole technique, when serving a volleyball, the kids will have very similar footwork and steps when approaching the birdie or the ball. When serving underhand, same thing with overhand. You kind of want to have that same focus of hand towards the sky, getting that birdie or ball above the net and landing in the playing surface on the other side. So some of my little lesson was an instant activity. We can either have the kids in a huddle or a big, sit in this area in front of me, the baseline, or they can have specific spots in the gym, like a squad line or something like that. This just is to describe a brief explanation of how badminton works, break down into teams and let them play a quick game just so they can figure it out and see what works and what doesn't. We'll take a water break quickly. Then we're going to introduce the game and different things that we are going to do for that day. So as you can see, we're working on serving, and I'm comparing it to how you throw a bag in cornhole or a volleyball underhand serve that we can try as well. So we will approach the serving line. We do step-by-step instruction on this, just so these kids understand. We'll give them a demonstration so that we reach all the kids as well that may have a little bit harder time language-wise, etc. Then we'll split them into partners. Each pair will be on a court practicing their serves back and forth to each other. So at this point, we're not playing a game. We are working on serving over the net, starting in the right spot, approaching the line, and getting that serve to their partner on the other side. They will be practicing that back and forth. And then that is it for this lesson. That is going to be just serving. Their lesson closure, there's going to be simple questions, checking for understanding. What serve did you find easier, and why? And what was one of the cues to performing an underhand serve? So the cues are step-by-step instructions. Like eye on the birdie, communicate, 90 degrees, short drop, use leads, athletic stance, and stuff like that. That are things that those are cues where if there's a quick fix where they're not bending their knees, that's a cue. Like, use your knees, use your legs. Modifications, you can use a different ball or an object that the kid can hit that'll stay in the air longer, like a balloon. Harder modifications for kids that are maybe more athletic and coordinated in this game. They can play by the strict rules of badminton and maybe try to land in a specific spot, really challenge themselves. So all these things can be assessed by circulating the floor, especially for serving. I want to make sure that the kids are understanding the proper technique. So I'll be circulating the floor and encouraging them, yelling out the cues, so they can have that down and get to gameplay and be ready to rock and roll.